Well, hello there, 0.6. It is Dan in beautiful HD quality voice today. Yes, I'm using a loaned microphone today, so don't get too used to the high quality. I'll be back on stock sooner or later. But, either way, while I have this, I thought we should do a little review and share our thoughts on the most recent Nintendo Direct. So let's just hop right in this and get right in order that they gave it to us. First off, Star Fox Zero, I gotta say, I really am intrigued by that two-player mode. I mean, it's like basically the equivalent of Mario Kart Double Dash going on. And I feel like it's something that could be really fun, also could be really frustrating depending on who you're playing with, but I feel like that's a really cool addition myself. Now, where my confusion comes in, first off, where exactly in the timeline that this falls? We do see Peppy in an R-Wing, so this is probably a prequel to 64. I don't know though, because they keep saying that it's not 64, but everything that they show looks like it's just 64 to me. Other than, a couple of new bosses, which is to be expected in a new game. So I'm a little bit confused on that. And, the new Lilat system, it feels kind of weird to me. But I do like the multiple new planets, the new paths, all that happy stuff that's going to be added. I think that's really going to add to the game quite a bit. And as much as I'm not an amiibo guy, the use of the classic R-Wing, that's just funny. That's pretty cool. I dig it. Being the continuity guy that I am, it kind of makes me scratch my head with all of these new features that they're showing and adding and whatnot, that you put these in somewhere where Peppy is still a pilot, which is obviously implying prior to Star Fox Adventures, Star Fox Assault, then Star Fox Command. But, I mean, as bad as those games were, are we retconning them, or are we resetting the timeline? I don't think we are, seeing as Smash 4 has the hidden taunts that include Crystal. Then you throw all this new tech into prior to that, and I don't know, it kind of messes up the continuity to me. Story nitpicky? Probably. But, just tossing out what I'm thinking. And then Star Fox Guard. What is this? What? What am I looking at? I honestly don't get this. I'm not even gonna touch Slippy's uncle or whatever his name, but is this I don't know, the watered down Five Nights at Freddy's with Star Fox mechanics? Or Star Fox Bloons Tower Defense? I don't get it. I don't know, I guess I'm gonna have to see that one before I can really say too much more on it, but that just looks kind of weird and kind of out of place to me. So, as of Splatoon updates, I don't give a shit. Honestly, I just don't. I've never cared about Splatoon. Cool, so Mario and Sonic at the Olympics in Rio. I'm not the biggest on the concept of this game, but actually looks pretty decent. One thing I have to say is that I do like the Sega reps for the most part. It's cool to see the Deadly 7 get included. I really liked them in Lost World, and I really thought that they were a really fun set of characters. Plus, I like to see the people from Riders get included. Yeah, I said it, I liked Sonic Riders. I didn't play the last two, admittedly, but I liked Sonic Riders. But, dear God, why do we have the Boom character? I don't know anything about the cartoon, guys, but why are we giving Boom more attention? Please, put it down. Put it down. Though it is kind of cool to see Nabbit, too. I kind of always got a good kick out of Nabbit myself. So to see Nabbit in the trailer for me was actually, kind of funny. Seriously, though, I like Nabbit. I definitely like that they designed all of the locations after the locations in Rio. That is honestly really cool, really good attention to detail. Kudos Nintendo on a job well done there. And Rugby in there looks pretty cool too. Probably the closest thing I'm ever going to get to having Nintendo characters in Madden. So, I'll take it. But rhythmic gymnastics? I guess that's maybe just not my thing. I'm neither for nor against the ad, but if I were to play the game, I'd probably stay away from that. I don't know, it just looks kind of silly to me. As of Mario Maker, ugh, the skewers. You know, it's cool that they're adding them, don't get me wrong. And they actually look cool in the other styles, I will say that. But, ugh, very bad traumatic memories of those things. I don't like them. I still haven't gotten Mario Maker, but that's one thing that I'm not going to be happy to see when I finally do get to play it. I feel like the key thing that they added is going to be really, really frustrating, and I feel like that's going to be a mechanic that can be really, really abused and just made into a general headache. So, you know, I see where they were going with it, and I feel like it's something that should be in the game, but I'm kind of scared as to what the more sadistic players are going to do with it. Also, Super Expert Mode, and we just rename that to Ross O'Donovan Mode, please? Like, it seems like basically it's just gonna be a mode designed for, like, do Companion Spring 6 times. That's seriously what it looks like to me. I feel like it's already difficult enough as it is, so I personally would not want to do that. Because that just sounds like bullshit waiting to happen, but Tokyo Mirage Session Sharp FE. What? What? What am I looking at? Anyway, on to Lost Reavers. This game is free? This game can't be free. No, hold on. This looks way too good for this game to be free. Are you sure? Are you sure it says it's free? That's not bullshit? Okay, that's not bullshit. Huh. I feel like there's a catch. I feel like it's going to be one of those things where it's a pay to win or something. Because the game honestly looks really fun, and that's why, to me, it just kind of makes me scratch my head that there's a free game that looks as decent as Lost Reavers looks. I mean, I'm definitely going to download it if it is truly free. My only one criticism, did it seem a little choppy to anyone else? Like the frame rate was off or something? I don't know, maybe it was just demo, maybe I'm looking too hard, maybe my computer was a little slow, maybe I'm being nitpicky, but I don't know, it just seemed a little choppy to me. I'm not going to complain that much if it's the only problem, but honestly, Lost Reavers looks pretty cool, and I'm definitely going to be looking into that, especially for that price. Paper Mario Color Splash. Well, you can see Splatoon's name written all over this one. I'm not going to be too quick to judge this one, because let's be real here, conceptually, Thousand Year Door was stupid too. And Thousand Year Door turned out to be amazing, so I'm going to give it a fair chance. We're going to see what happens in that department. As of Pokken Tournament, I still can't force myself to care, honestly. I will say this, I think that it's pretty cool that the Pokemon that they picked, they've stayed really faithful to their character, quote unquote. The Pokemon that they showed the fighting styles for actually looked like about what you'd expect if those Pokemon were actually free fighting. I kind of find the support Pokemon combo unique and cool too. I feel like that's going to be like a special like dynamic that's really going to change things up and really make it more interesting than a standard fighting game. So that was definitely a cool addition, I'd say. They kind of mentioned the amiibo card. I don't know what it does. I don't know why it's important or anything like that. But yeah, it's not my cup of tea. I'm not a big fighting game person. Twilight Princess HD. The only thing that really jumped at me from this was I just want to look at what the new features are going to be. I'm not really that interested in the game overall. I'm not a big fan of remakes. What the new features are going to be is definitely what's going to be intriguing for me. I still have the original. I still have a working Wii, I still have a working GameCube, so just outright buying the game again, to me, it doesn't really have enough benefit unless there's something really new and really cool. So I'm gonna hold my thoughts on that until I see a little more. My Nintendo and Miitomo, I just don't get it. Like, they're not telling us very much. You get rewards for doing things, and Miitomo is a mobile social thing. It's about all we know. I don't even know what it is still. They keep like just skimming over what it is and then it's like, hey, this is coming, you should check this out. Off of the Direct, I didn't learn anything about it. Mini Mario and Friends Amiibo Challenge, I don't do amiibos, so this doesn't pertain to me at all. Same thing applies to all the Animal Crossing amiibo stuff. Virtual Console, I'm not the biggest on Virtual Console, kind of for the same reason as I said with, buying remakes, but I definitely think it's really cool that they're putting all these SNES games available for younger players to get in and experience the old games and see what they were all about. I might get Super Metroid myself. I haven't gotten a chance to play that one yet, and I've heard how incredible it's supposed to be. So that's definitely on my possible to get list. Now, could you maybe do something to say, I don't know, like make it so that if you have the old game, then you can get it on Virtual Console for free or something? I feel like that would be a good addition, instead of making the person buy the game an extra time. Then again, I'm a cheap ass, so. But yeah, overall, seemed pretty cool. Pocket Card Jockey. What the fuck am I looking at? Dear God, what the hell did I just watch? I got nothing. Next? Okay, so moving on. Azure Striker Gunvolt 2. Holy shit. Oh my goodness, the Mega Man boner just activated to the extreme. Inti Creates, thank you. Thank you for making something that I can actually get my Mega Man fix off of. This looks really cool, and I'm actually kind of upset that I missed out on Gunvolt 1 now. Gunvolt 2 really definitely has that same kind of Mega Man Zero feel from what I've seen. And it's definitely something that I'm going to be looking very, very intently into, because this looks like something that finally put to rest my urge for something new that's even like Mega Man. It doesn't even have to be Mega Man at this point. It just needs to be something like it. Mighty Number 9, I'm looking right at you. I trust Inti Creates, and I think they did a fantastic job with Mega Man Zero. And I really thought that ZX and ZX Advent were hilariously underrated, so that's definitely a game I will personally be looking into. Fire Emblem Fates. I still don't give a shit about this whole, IP. I can't force myself to care. I can say from, my limited knowledge of these types of games, because I don't play games like this, they kind of bore me. The new mechanic of not choosing which side you're going to be on is kind of cool, and that has some really, really big effects, and I feel like that's going to be something that's going to be pretty awesome for that series. And I at least think it's cool that they're adding a lot of extra DLC maps, but like I said, not my thing. On to Hyrule Warriors Legends. To be fair, I never was really that interested in Hyrule Warriors to start with. I don't like that style of gameplay. It is cool that they're adding that Ganon costume. I really like the Ganon costume. I thought the Wind Waker Ganon was always really cool. And it's a nice touch that you can cross over the new characters with the old version on Wii U. I think that's a pretty nice touch. I'm still really waiting to, get a better look at Linkle's character. I'm not against the idea of Linkle, but from what I've seen of Linkle, what's been revealed of her character, she feels like another Tingle to me, essentially, like another comedic relief character, or should be. Her backstory from what we've gotten is, really bad, I thought. So, I'm not opposed to a female lead, a female playable character, a female version of Link, any of the above, but Linkle just so far has failed to impress me as a pure character, so I definitely want to see where that goes. Also, Medley, yes! As much as I don't care about this game, I can dig it. I am glad that Medley gets a little bit of representation. I always love Medley. Finally gets a little teeny bit of respect. I don't know, I always felt that Medley should have gotten a lot more attention than she did in Wind Waker, but, as of the Disney Art Academy, honestly, that's pretty cool. Ugh, Frozen. And no, seriously, I really appreciate Disney and Nintendo putting out something that accommodates to young artists, gives them the opportunity to learn and practice, even if it's very basic things, even if it holds your hand, it's still an opportunity to learn and practice, the making of art, particularly on an electronic surface, which is where a lot more art is being made nowadays. So, it's definitely a nice touch, and the way that in a lot of cases, a lot of schools are dismissing art kinds of areas, and kids still want to draw. I think it's really good idea and really cool that Disney and Nintendo together have given the opportunity with Disney Art Academy. So I really like the concept. I hope it works out well. Bravely Second End Layer. Did I just see a cat? Did he say Catmancer? Really? I don't know anything about this. This isn't my type of game, but it just doesn't look good to me. I might try the demo for the version if I get bored enough, but it just looks weird to me. I don't know. Not my thing. Not too interested myself. As of Dragon Quest VII, now this is Flo's category. This is not something that I have personally ever stepped into, Dragon Quest. First off, I gotta say, man, Nintendo is milking them RPGs right now. I know for all you RPG lovers out there, you're doing a little happy dance, but for me, this is like roll your eyes. Either way, it's not too bad. But honestly, it looks solid graphically from the 3DS. Not great, but solid. Ew. Turn-based. I hate turn-based. It just bugs me. I don't know how I could sit through Undertale or Thousand Year Door. Turn-based just bothers me. But in all seriousness, I actually can see why people like this. The story looks okay. Gameplay looks pretty solid. The features look pretty cool. I can see why this is a popular series. Is it my thing? No, not at all. But it looks pretty cool to me. I won't buy it, but if this is a genre you enjoy, it's probably something you should look into. Monster Hunter Generations. Meh. Honestly, Monster Hunter 4 felt pretty awkward to me, so I'm not all that interested. Holy shit, that is pretty. No. Those graphics have to be exaggerated. That cannot be 3DS graphics. I refuse to believe those are 3DS graphics. But it does look pretty cool, honestly. If it's your thing, Monster Hunter is your thing, this looks like it's a pretty good installment from, the trailers that they've shown. I'd say look into it. Ooh, bonus content from 4. That's kind of cool. God damn it, Marth, go away. I am tired of you. Leave. In all seriousness, it's not that big a deal. I'm not that big a Fire Emblem guy, so I don't know. I feel like it's been getting too much attention lately, but like I said, not my game style, so. Oh god, here we go, Federation Force. Yes, that was my exact thoughts when Federation Force came up, but on actually seeing this and looking at what it is, I'm actually a lot more open to it. I'm sorry, but the art style, it just still looks stupid. There's no justifying it to me. I realize we're on a 3DS, but there is nothing you can say to me that will make me not think that this art style sucks. That being said, the GF versus the Space Pirates is definitely a dynamic that should have been explored a while ago, and I feel like exploring it is a very good idea. The weight limit thing, I really like, and it's very realistic in a situation where, within limits, these guys are still normal humans. They're not Samus. It's cool that they didn't give them, like, the Link bottomless pockets effect. Probably going to be frustrating that you can't take everything you want in the game, but it makes sense. And I really feel like the pseudo roles that you can take in the game make a lot of sense of really, like, establishing a task force kind of thing. Set up, a proper militaristic team for a militaristic game. I actually think that makes a lot of sense. Now, the Golem project does make me scratch my head, because throwing the Golem project at the very beginning of the timeline like this, these very powerful Federation things coming in that you don't see too much of later. If these worked out, like, why do we need bioweapons, So I'm waiting to see what happens with those. Maybe there's something catastrophic's gonna happen with them. I don't know. I'm definitely waiting to see. But it's gonna be cool to see, finally, a fair fight. Like, this is a survival against all odds against these unexpected space pirates. And for once, that's actually applicable. Like, this is gonna be the first time in Metroid where the odds are actually stacked against you in terms of the space pirates. The space pirates are actually a viable threat. It's not necessarily Ridley you're scared of, or any of these bigger things, because those are the limits for Samus. Samus is above this. This is a place where finally the space pirates really get to shine and actually be the villains that they've meant to be. Because let's be real, the space pirates to Samus have been pretty much a joke for a while. It's the bigger, scarier things that are usually the ones that give Samus a run for it. Even if they're in cohorts with the space pirates, it's not the pirates themselves. So I'm definitely more interested in this game. I'm not like kill it with fire like I was before. It definitely looks a lot better with this preview. And as big of a Metroid Prime fan as I am, I know it's pretty hard to impress me. So I'm open to it. Rhythm Heavy. I'm not even touching that. Why is this a thing? Yep, moving on. And finally, Kirby Planet Robobot. This looks like a vintage Kirby game. This looks really cool. And Mech Armor Kirby, and the Mech Armor has the copy ability. I dig it. I really, really dig it. Now, Kirby Clash? That I'm not entirely sure what to think of yet. Basically, I see that going really, really right or really, really wrong and no in the middle. Like, it either be a Kid Icarus Light versus Dark level good or like Sonic Heroes multiplayer. And no in the middle. I'm not really sure how it's going to perform. It looks like a cool concept, but kind of like feels Warcrafty to me, so I don't know. And the amiibo compatibility in this is actually kind of cool. I still don't see myself getting an amiibo anytime soon, but I think they did a pretty cool job with that. I do have to say, I don't really see the necessity of adding the Kirby amiibos minus Waddle Dee. I mean, you have those 3 already for Smash. You know, you couldn't just make them pull double duty? I don't know, that just seems like an unnecessary money leech to me. But that's a game I'm definitely looking into, and it looks really cool, even for a guy like me that's never actually played a legit Kirby game. So this may be my first Kirby game. So yeah, that's our thoughts, that's our review on this most recent Nintendo Direct. Glad they gave us actual details on like the damn Pokemon Direct. Yeah, we didn't put anything out on it, guys, because there really wasn't anything to put out. If you'd like to see a little more in-depth what we're talking about, click here to view the original of the Nintendo Direct that we are referencing. This is Dan. Thanks for listening, everybody. We'll see you guys later.